Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to dangramza.com Market Studies for Monday, September 11th. Well, we have a roll between the September contract and December contract. You're going to see that on some of these indices, stock indices. So the dotted line represents the September contract. On Friday, the market, I don't show it, but the market traded above that green line. The difference between that buy and sell level is $1,750 a contract. Now, this is the December contract. And are we going to get follow through? We got a lot of focus on some of the fundamentals coming out next week, as we talked about in the advanced video. But let's take a look at these other indices. First, in the NASDAQ market, the difference between that dashed line and that dotted line, to provide you with that, that's $11,960 a contract. The difference between this buy level and that sell level is $1,260 a contract. And it's also in a very balanced situation going into the weekend. The Dow, the difference between the buy level and that sell level, those two lines, $1,095 a contract. And follow through, that would be expected behavior in that market. A very interesting setup. The Russell, this is the September contract. The buy level's been tightened up a bit in that market. Oh, the difference between this buy and that sell level, so you can have that, is $1,750 a contract. Let's talk about these currencies. They got a bit stronger, so the dollar got weaker. But boy, the dollar took control as you look at these currencies. And that's what happened here in the euro. The difference between that sell and buy level is $2,100 a contract. Over in the Swissy, that difference from that sell to that buy level is $1,875 a contract. Now, I want to point out to you that if we were a buyer at that buy level, it's underwater. It's losing money at this point unless someone had good risk management and maybe exited that position. So that's something to keep in mind as well as we look at these currencies. I mean, for example, here in the Japanese yen, it traded above that buy level, but it closed below it. The difference between that sell and buy level in that market is $212.50. Wow, it's amazing where that's trading. Aussie dollar tried to get a bit of a rally, traded only a couple prints above that green buy level. And again, these aren't buy and sell recommendations, just ideas that I'd like to share with you. The difference between the sell and buy level in that market is $260 a contract. This implies a sideways move for our friend the Aussie dollar. The British pound kissed that buy level but did not trade through it. It stays weak as the US dollar gets stronger. Canadian dollar kind of held its own, but not in a terrific way. It's basically break even. But the difference between that sell and buy level in that market is $350 a contract. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin gave a bit of a rally, but it's closing underwater. The difference between that sell and that buy level in that market is $4,450 a contract. Looking for a sideways move on Monday. 10-year notes between the buy and sell level in that market is $312.50. In the bond market, the difference between that sell to this buy level, you see on Friday, $1,375 a contract. This also closed underwater in that market. Now look at gold. Looks very similar to those currencies. Rallied above the buy level. The difference here in that market, $1,200 a contract. And look at silver. Very similar. Silver, we had a couple things we should talk about. The difference between that sell and buy level is $1,650 a contract. From this sell level to that buy level it's $1,700 a contract. I look for a sideways move on Monday. Copper still trying to figure out what to do. Look for continued weakness. It's at levels we might get a bounce. Same thing here for crude oil. It's stopping to catch its breath. And when it comes to nat gas, this is also a market where you expect a big move, but I'm looking for a sideways move next week. Here, the difference between the buy level here to that sell level, that's $1,600 a contract, and from the sell level down to this buy level, that's $1,200 a contract. So interesting setup, looking for a sideways move. Over here in beans, I would think this would be trading higher, but so far buyers haven't shown up. The difference between that sell to buy level is $550 a contract. Corn, look for a sideways move in that market, and Mr. Wheat is in the same boat. Bullish fundamentals, but no price support. Well, that concludes today's market studies. Thank you for being with me. Look forward to being with you again on Monday. In the meantime, have a terrific weekend and take care.